Hi, this is Jett, and hopefully the audio works here. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm outside, I'm on a walk, I'm enjoying nature, the great outdoors. I'm on a road, which is the best you get, and I have been seeing a lot of confusion on the internet. I've been seeing a lot of confusion in my audience, and frankly, it has been frustrating me a little bit because I don't know, maybe it's just my demographic that for some reason things don't, maybe you guys are just living very different lives to me. And then I thought about it a little bit more, and I realized you guys aren't wizards. And I shouldn't have expected you to know. I thought just because you guys definitely eat the bird, I thought you must know about Bird Eating Day. And that's a point that still confuses me, but it is a wizard thing. Yes, it's easy to assume that with wizard things that people will just know, but that apparently isn't the case. So I am doing this stream to try to clear up some things about Bird Eating Day, which I've been posting about. I posted a poll a little while ago asking people what their favorite part of Bird Eating Day was. Seeking the bird, defeating the bird, or eating the bird. And people who answered the poll, disproportionately, people like eating the bird, which is fine. I think eating the bird is a valid part of the holiday. But I looked into the comments, and everyone was like, oh, I love enter other random holiday here. Or I don't celebrate that because I'm in shout out Bulgaria. And that just doesn't track for me. So this is a Bird Eating Day Q&A where I'm hoping to clear up as much as possible about the wizard holiday Bird Eating Day, which is coming up in a few days here. I mean, people celebrate it at different times. It depends on however well the seeking goes. But no, it's not a Harry Potter thing. Gross, disgusting. So any of your questions about Bird Eating Day, I'm here to answer them. Maybe I will answer other questions at the same time. Bird Eating Day doesn't show up on Google. No, it wouldn't show up on Google. Freaking Google. My favorite part of Bird Eating Day is defeating the bird. We seek the bird, we defeat the bird, we eat the bird. I like the defeating. Some people don't like the violence involved therein, but I'm a fan of the defeating part. Yeah, I was gonna say I might answer some other questions as we go along, but only if don't talk about other holidays. One of the core tenets of Bird Eating Day, you don't mention other holidays. You can celebrate other holidays while you celebrate Bird Eating Day, but you cannot talk about other holidays in the same breath as Bird Eating Day. It's disrespectful to the birds. I'm looking here. What bird do you eat? Often turkey. I've had duck. I sought a chicken out once. I ended up on private property. I had to leave. I just flipped the camera around. I didn't know I could do that. Yeah, Steed Muffin. You know about Bird Eating Day. Zaf asks, how long has Bird Eating Day gone on? I mean, it's ancient. It's been going on as long as people have been studying the ancient texts or decoding the runes. Chicken's my favorite. That's a good choice, Maximilian Rojas. It doesn't lead to a very satisfying defeat. It's good cardio because you have to chase him down. But, it's not going to feed your clan. When is Bird Eating Day? It's in a few days. It's in a few days from now. Is it common for non-wizards to celebrate this wonderful holiday, Zaf asks. I mean, you've surely eaten the bird. I mean, most people in this country eat the bird on Bird Eating Day. I mean, you've probably been celebrating Bird Eating Day. What's your favorite bird? Favorite bird to defeat? Probably the turkey. I mean, the meat is kind of dry unless you really, really, like, tenderize it during the defeating, but... Chell says, seeking the bird is an underrated part of the holiday, to be honest. It's a fun way to interact with your community. I agree! No, seeking the bird is underrated and valid. Oh, there's some people working on a roof up here. I wonder where they're gonna find a bird. Maybe they're hunting. Maybe they're laying glue traps up there. It's probably laying glue traps. No, seeking is valid. I mean, it's communal. You utilize spells. There's a car coming over here. Chase the bird like a Pokemon. Yeah. No, people in the Pokemon universe definitely do bird eating day. Bird types. Can I rate bird Bakugan for bird eating day? I mean, the thing is, I mean, if you defeat a bird, you have to eat all of its flesh. So I think I posted or responded to this in a comment. I mean, anyone who takes part in the seeking and in the defeating, the bird has to be enough to sustain them, and they have to be enough to finish the bird. So, I mean, if you got together like a good troop, like if you sort of mobilized an anime convention to chase down a Skyrus, Falcron, Venturi, any of the sort of large I mean, are there any? Maybe Nobilius would be good, because that's not, Nobilius isn't a bird of prey. Might be kind of gamey from the lion elements of it, though, and that might go against the spirit. What common spells are used in the finding and defeating of the bird? Seek turkey, locate fowl, reveal footprints, pretty common. You have to really tune reveal footprints if you don't want to just end up with, scattered, because if a herd came through, it'll just be a mess of glowing prints on the ground. Can it be any bird, like pigeons, seagulls, etc., or only the birds that people traditionally eat, like chicken and turkey? It can be any bird, as long as you can seek it, and as long as you can defeat it, and as long as it sustains you and your community, or whoever is, taking part in the in the seeking. See, Zaf says, I love seeking the turkey. Turkeys are incredibly common because the seeking is incredibly satisfying. Bobble bobble, as they say. They run well. Funny story, I recently, you're asking about Bakugan, that has nothing to do with bird eating day. What's the toughest bird I've had to face? And what can you do about it? I did go out with a familiar once. Do you know what a vole is? It's sort of like a field mouse. They burrow, I think. I had a vole familiar, and I went out into the ethereal tundra, and the vole familiar was supposed to root out ground beasts that would scurry across, and then birds of prey would come down and pick up the ground beasts. But I don't know what happened. Maybe I didn't get the incantations right on the summoning. It clearly was able to smell, or the bird had its vision tuned to see my familiar. It came up and swept away the familiar. I was able to take it down with a magic missile, which is pretty surefire. But it was only a hawk. I can't tell you what kind of hawk it was, because I don't know if it was endangered or not, and I don't want to get in trouble. But it was a valid defeat, and it was a valid feast. Yeah, Maximilian Rojas, we're talking about Bird Eating Day. It's a wizard holiday. Every year around this time, it happens in a few days. Just be prepared for Black Friday, when defeated birds' family attempt to get revenge. That can happen. I mean, it depends on what what caste of bird you, you know, aim to defeat. You know, if you go for one with like an impressive lineage or a prestigious bloodline of some kind, yeah, you can end up with a blood feud between yourself and certain clans. I'm talking about real life. I'm talking about real life. I'm not talking about D&D. I'm talking about real life wizard stuff. Poor bird. I mean, yeah. Some people feel bad for the birds. On isn't magic missile a bit excessive? No. I mean, it adds a taste, but it's, you know, it's part of it. It's part of the holiday. You can't question it. It's tradition. Someone says, I think Scott the Woz played a Wii game about bird eating day and hunted a grouse. That's pretty good. That's a hefty bird. I know a lot of people go for Canadian geese. Just because there's an ongoing blood feud between Canadian geese and the mortals. They are real bastards. How does the Council of Birds feel about that? There's no organized Council of Birds. I mean, okay, there's I'm not gonna get into that. You're not wrong. I mean, there are councils that are not in favor of bird eating day, but should have used Fireball. I'm not gonna use Fireball on a maybe endangered hawk. That's excessive. There would be nothing left. That's not gonna cook the insides well. I have to eat that. Mr. Twirtle 69 going off to hunt the bird. Good luck. Good luck on your seeking, Mr. Twirtles. Good luck on the defeating. And of course, if you go for a turkey, blobble gobble. Let's see. How much % of a bird does a hybrid have to count towards birding day? Okay, so you are talking about like a griffin or like a hippogriff, I guess is a thing, or is that just a Harry Potter thing? I've never encountered a hippogriff. I don't know if that's actually real. I think certain chimeras will have bird parts. Questionable, very, very questionable. Any bird with a like above median sentience is going to be a risky catch, and with those hybrids, you never know. Origin, why are you eating the birds? It's a freaking wizard tradition, man. We seek the bird, we defeat the bird, we eat the bird. The wind, patrons of the skies. Trying to remove my symbol of wizardry. Well, they're not going to stop me from spreading the information, spreading the good word. Everybody knows that the bird is the word. That's right. Pew, 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 pew. Thank you for the $2 super chat, which YouTube says is being held for review. That's weird. Thank you for the super chat, though. D616 from the Marvel Universe. Let's see. I mean, to be honest, I don't actually possess the knowledge to perform the spells in order to participate in the bird eating day. Any tips for non-wizards? Great question. You do not have to be a wizard to participate in bird eating day. Everyone can participate in bird eating day. Even vegetarians or vegans can participate in the holiday. Any part of bird eating day that you're not comfortable with engaging with, you can perform in pantomime. So you can mime eating the bird. You can mime defeating the bird. It's hard to mime seeking a bird, but you can like go out on the ground with like an imaginary little magnifying glass. And I've seen a lot of vegan wizards going around with a little magnifying glass. You know, just participating. If you don't know spells, that's okay. You don't have to be magically inclined to participate. As long as you fit the main tenets. Seek the bird, defeat the bird, eat the bird. Blobble gobble if it's a turkey. Let's see. What is bird eating day? An American thing? No, it is not an American thing. I know it is very common in America to participate in the eating of the bird alone. We're not talking about that necessarily. It can count, but ideally you have to seek and defeat before you eat. No, it is a international, interdimensional, sort of all-encompassing holiday for all life to participate in, if they so desire to engage in the traditions. Super chat from Andom Fire. So when can you get a Hydronoid Gen 1 Season 1? And when are you going to watch more, dissect more Gen 3 episodes? I can't watch more episodes and don't want to spoil myself. I can't wait to watch more episodes and don't want to spoil myself. Hopefully soon. Probably after the holiday, I'll try to do another stream with Pyrus Queen. And God, the sun came out and now it's getting hot. I'll try to do another stream with Pyrus Queen, watch some more. I am still on the hunt for that Hydronoid though, so I can't say too much about that. Let's see, I never thought of bird eating outside of the USA. I mean, I'm sure you've eaten a bird before, but I mean, if you haven't participated, I mean, this is a common thing internationally. I mean, I guess it's more present in wizard circles, but it's not that weird. After I've defeated the bird, can I adopt their kids? As D616. I don't know. I mean, you could if you have a speak with animals spell, you could talk to the bird beforehand and talk about, like, you know, will and testament. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna pull on some heartstrings to try to defeat the bird after that point, but I mean, I guess you could call that sort of a psychological defeat, but it still has to end in bloodshed for you to feast on its flesh, so. Let's see. Would you get a turkey Bakugan at the store? If they made a turkey Bakugan, yeah. I'd buy a turkey Bakugan, blobble gobble. Can I use Necromancy? Necromancy? I mean, if you Necromancy the defeated bird, you're gonna have a hard time eating it. I mean, a second defeat is non-traditional, certainly. I mean, I guess it would be under your control. You know, a necromanced bird would be under your thrall. But you still have to eat it, and I don't want to eat, like, zombie flesh. That is... Meryl 16 says, I'm sorry, what's going on right now? I'm kind of confused. We're talking about bird eating day. It's a wizard holiday. We seek the bird, we defeat the bird, we eat the bird. If it's a turkey, blobble gobble. Chell says, now I see necromancy is big-brained. If you keep the bones from past seekings, you can use them to seek the next bird. That's fine. I don't have any problem with that. If that's your school, if that's your wizardry school, frickin' go for it, I guess. I'm not gonna criticize that. I mean, however you grow in power each year, I mean, you don't want to make the hunt trivial with too many like familiars or necromanced bird skeletons under your control. You could, I mean, you're gonna have to use up mana just to necromance the birds, which is gonna make the seeking a little bit more difficult. Birds are not gonna be able to, like, smell out another bird. Warlocks are objectively cooler. Yeah, alright, frickin' sellouts. Yeah, what's the value of your soul? Not much. I use my frickin' knowledge. I study. That is like the main road. I don't want to go out there. Sorry, I'm just like wandering around. I have no idea where I am. But I can find my way back. I just use locate suburban home, and that'll bring me back over. Jett, answer my question. Can you capture the bird? And where did you get your hat? I want one. I found this on the internet. I divined for it a little bit. It was like $4. It was super cheap. Just look up like, you know, put knit wizard hat into your orb, and it'll show you the location of one. There's a car coming. I gotta get it to the road. A dragon's helpful when seeking the bird. I mean, dragons have decent smell. I mean, if it is very, 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 very well trained, or if it is a smaller hunting dragon, or you know, you have a pseudo dragon and you're using that to hunt much larger fowl, dragon might be good. Just anything that's not going to immediately eat the bird. And you should participate meaningfully in the defeating if possible. Phoenix is the best bird. It's a good bird, not good for bird eating day. I have seen it. I have seen wizards go for the prestige and go for a phoenix. They seek the phoenix, they follow the smoke trails, they defeat the phoenix, eat the phoenix. 2 minutes later, poosh, grizzly. Cauterizes the wounds, but I mean, it takes some repairs. Let's see. I suggest bringing a dog so it can quickly sniff out the bird, so you can find it quickly. Yeah, I mean, that's what I did with my vole familiar that I was talking about. The vole was for rooting out the ground beasts, but you can use familiars for a lot of reasons. Phoenixes are infinite food glitches too. No, they are not. Same bird comes back. We are talking like serious reverse entropy here, but not in not in a like usable way, not in a way that gets you anything. Because the phoenix, if you eat the phoenix after defeat, it will just like that. Makes that sound too. What about trapping the bird? You have to kill it on the spot. As long as you defeat it in honorable combat, as long as you are using your abilities and the bird is using theirs, no one's going to question the defeat. Jefferson CM asks, wait, are you a wizard? That definitely explains all the first try trick shots you do. Yeah, it probably plays into it. I try not to do too much magic, but there's a dexterity that comes from all of the runecraft. So, yeah, I am a wizard. So eating a phoenix is like eating Taco Bell. Sort of, though not quite as prompt even as Taco Bell. I like Taco Bell. Taco Bell's good. They've been working on their quality a lot. Yeah, someone says I don't think Jett could be anything but a wizard. Have you seen the explosions? Yeah. Those just kind of happen. Ooh, we got another super chat. Is it freaking blocking all of the super chats? That's so weird. Weird. Just asking, so I can get a Hydronoid Gen 1. I do not have any venues currently to get a Hydronoid Gen 1 that I can show everyone. But thank you for the super chat. Got the best counter, Mr. Wizard, anti-magic. Yeah, I don't need magic to beat up a nerd. So you can certainly try that. Jett, please answer me. Can you make it so a phoenix won't come back to life? No, it is intrinsically tied into the substance of the phoenix, the material of the phoenix. Its matter is different from standard matter. It is not through magic that it revives, so that magic cannot be canceled. It just returns. Please do more Transformers. Maybe after bird eating day. Will you review more Transformers as a wizard? Every time I have reviewed a Transformer, it has been as a wizard. It doesn't go away. You know, maybe you guys, you know, engage in hobbies where you just kind of, you know, stop being part of it when you take off your hats, but not me. Destruction magic will do the trick. On birds, you do not want to destroy the bird. You need to sustain your seeking party. You need to fill the community and utilize all of the bird. You cannot destroy the bird. If by destruction you mean something like eliminate soul or mend windpipe, something like that. But no, that's healing magic. Maybe use scattered beak. You could use bones to dust. I guess those are destruction magic that would really just lead to quite a tender thing. I mean, that's what Chick-fil-A uses. They use bones to dust. Bro, can you use a fire spell to cook the bird? Yeah, hell yeah. Some people don't even cook the bird, but I mean, if you can sustain a steady heat that can cook the bird to a safe internal temperature, yeah, you can absolutely use fire magic. Nerd does not equal weak. There are nerds of varying strength. Assuming they are all weak will leave you susceptible to being defeated by a nerd. We're not talking about nerd eating day. I'm a nerd myself. I know nerds come in various strengths. I'm just saying I don't need magic to defeat one. Especially you. Earlier on, you mentioned something about councils who are against bird eating day. Oh, where'd that go? Can you go into more detail? I am not exactly the person to deliver all of the exposition on the councils. I mean, there are ethical concerns against certain birds. I mean, people do push the holiday. I mean, again, you have vegans, you have vegan wizards, you have PETA, which is connected to magical circles in a few ways. I am just not at liberty to discuss the exact details of those proceedings, though I appreciate your curiosity. It's not bird seeking day, it's bird eating day. But can I celebrate bird eating day by hunting down my cousin, wearing an ostrich costume, and eating chicken afterwards? You're gonna have to discuss with your local tower, commune with your tribunals, divine an answer. I'm not here to talk about any specific loopholes. I wouldn't think that hunting down your brother in an ostrich costume would be particularly in the spirit of bird eating day. I wouldn't recommend it. Because you do, within tradition, you have to eat the bird you defeat. So, I mean, you could hunt down your brother in an ostrich costume for fun, if you just want that. I'm not going to say you can't, but I'm not sure if it's the requirements. I mean, especially if you're going to eat a chicken afterwards anyway, you might as well just seek and defeat the chicken. Can I backstab the clan and take the whole bird for myself? No, you don't. Why are you don't need me to answer those questions. You should know. That's against the spirit of the holiday. Jeez, guys. Thoughts on lightning spells to cook and defeat the bird? It's not... Most quick spells, unless you use prepare bird, are not going to cook the bird through to a safe internal temperature. I think it's like 165 is the safe internal temperature for poultry. And if a lightning spell instantaneously cooked meat to 165 internal temperature all the way through, then I would have some tasty enemies. Consider Crimpsby. Now that's a good point. A lightning spell gonna make it a bird real crispy. And that could be a benefit. Someone says the tower is called MOM, and I don't think she is particularly happy about us hunting a bird. I wouldn't either. I like a bird. I mean, I haven't defeated that many birds myself. I have participated in many seeking parties when I was younger, and if you're young, you know, if you're a minor, you're probably not going to be defeating any birds. It's not recommended. You can get pecked, and wizards don't approve of children getting pecked. How many birds have you defeated? Asked the Immortal Blank. Hey, Immortal Blank. Glad you could make it. How many birds have I defeated? I have been on 8 seeking. And I think I've defeated 4 or 5. I forget exactly what year it was that I started. But many of those have been turkeys. Blobble gobble. So they kind of blend together. The turkey hunts are pretty similar to each other. Let's see. Can you please list the easiest birds to defeat as a beginner wizard? I mean, there's several stages. I mean, some birds are going to be easier to find, some birds are going to be easier to defeat. Like, if you live in New York, pigeon. I mean, straight up. I mean, you could use a mage hand from your apartment window and just get a pigeon from the window, and that would work fine. But if you live in the woods, if you live in the ethereal tundra, if you live in the Feywild, if you live in the Fey suburbs, it's going to be tougher to find a local bird. Honestly, the best bird to defeat is the bird you can seek. And just whatever you come across. I mean, you are a human. They're not... I mean, it depends on your quarry. If you're going after... you know, if you're going after, like, a great bird, or... You know, if you're going after, like, you know, an empowered sparrow, or some kind of roided up goose. I mean, the defeating is going to be a little bit trickier. And I mean, that's my favorite part. So I tend to seek challenging prey. That's why I was going after the hawks on the ethereal tundra, and I did. That worked out. Jett, please answer this. If you met Sans from Undertale, would he give you a bad time? I don't think so. I think I'd be good buds with Sans. I think I would pun with Sans. I think we would pun back and forth. I don't have any problems with Sans. I don't have any criticisms of Sans. I think he's a good guy. What's up, JettKuso, my favorite Baytuber? That's me, baby. If you rip a bird's soul with something called Soul Arrow, it counts. You can eat the meat afterwards. Absolutely. Yeah, no. Eliminate soul, Soul Arrow, soul containment. If you can lay a soul gem and have the turkey eat it, blah gobble, that'll pass through with the soul trapped inside. Bird's just gonna drop. That's a good option. That's all on the table. D616. Oh, you bring up the Great Emu Hunt. Yeah, emus defeated the Australian army. That's true. You can look that up on your orbs. You can ponder it. Emus are a force to be reckoned with. I mean, you're gonna have a hard time finding a quarry of that quality here in the US, in America. But I mean, I envy the Australians. And the fact that I had Australians posting comments saying that we don't celebrate Bird Eating Day in Australia, that's just insane. No, I mean, you need to get a decent seeking party together to go after the frickin' emus. You have to be bold or high level, or just really, you know, get the numbers on your side. But I almost tripped. This is why I don't seek emus. I have a question. What are the birds you're eating today? That comes from Lamar DeVente. Today is not bird eating day yet. Bird eating day is in a few days. I'll probably go traditional. We're probably gonna seek a turkey. We're gonna go fresh. I'm going to start preparing the sigils in advance. I was grinding away at a tablet earlier today. I got sawdust on my legs, but it should help me in the divination to just show me where the nearest turkey is, and then I'll be out on foot. I might bring my razor scooter, and go seeking, and that'll be me. I'll see if the rest of the Kuso is interested in participating. We'll be out there in the fields, and I hope it will sustain us for a few days. Can you make a phoenix out of a fire spell? Please answer the question, because phoenixes are firebirds. No, you can't make a phoenix. There is a finite amount of phoenixes in the world, and they are not to be trifled with. Certainly not lightly. Not for bird eating day. You are going to explode when the phoenix revives. You cannot make a phoenix. Phoenixes are not born. They are only reborn. They do not die. They only re-die. Let's see. Dave Gunter asks, what is bird eating day? It is a wizard holiday where we seek the bird, defeat the bird, and eat the bird. The frickin' sky patrons are blowing because they're sick of these same questions. It's freaking bird eating day. Someone says, I got an important question. I'm friends with a Chronomancer. Can I use a dinosaur to participate in the gay? Or if it doesn't count, I'm seeking greater glory. Dinosaurs. I mean, there are some things that we call dinosaurs that are not sort of genealogically related to birds. Like, I think petrosaurs are not technically dinosaurs, even though those are the flying ones. I think that's true. I don't know, don't quote me on that. I would say, yeah, like, a raptor, a T-Rex, that's good. Like, that's good candidates for bird eating day. I mean, if you want to go back and participate in one of the great hunts, just before you do that, I recommend you read The Sound of Thunder by Ray Bradbury. It is about time-traveling T-Rex hunts. Definitely give that a look before you make any hardline calls. It'll go through some of the potential pitfalls of chronomancy. Though if your friend is an experienced chronomancer, I assume they would know to pick one insignificant for the timeline or research a decent loop. Make sure you don't get stuck. Jett, what is your magic specialty? And have you used Eastern style magic? And do you prefer Western or Eastern style? West versus East is a pretty antiquated sort of division between schools. I don't participate in that particular, argument. I think they bear far more similarities than they bear dissimilarities. In terms of what, like, style of magic do I use? I'm a cosmic wizard. I focus on cosmic magic, drawing power from the cosmic, whatever you sort of perceive that to be. I'm on a playground now. Hey! Everyone knows wizards love a playground. That's just true. But yeah, I study and practice cosmic magic. You'll see me with you know, gemstones and rings with stars on them, you know, suns and moons and stuff like that. Big on the sun and the moon. Let's see. Hello, I'm from Bulgaria, and I love videos, and I love Bakugan. Well, that's so nice. I'm glad the Bulgarians are able to enjoy videos, because I know that hasn't always been the case, you know? Jett, please answer. What would happen if a phoenix and a fish fused? You cannot fuse a phoenix with anything for long. I don't care what school you're using. I don't care what your transmutation skill is. The phoenix will be reborn as a phoenix. That is a universal constant. Don't even waste time thinking about it. I'm an earth wizard. Should I use earth abilities on the bird? Hell yeah. If you can find anything, if you can find any kind of a burrowing fowl, you can probably tremor sense out some birds, like those burrowing owls. Though it wouldn't provide much meat. Owls are pretty skinny, but you could do that. I'm sure there's other burrowing birds that I'm not aware of. I mean, perhaps you could attract a bird of prey, you know, form like a mouse out of a rock and send that scurrying, and that might be workable. You might be able to catch a bird that way, sort of, you know, collapse an earth hand around the bird when it dies, but you'd have to be fast. Unless you mean earth magic in terms of like a relationship with Gaia or Mother Earth or something of that sort, in which case you're gonna have to, you know, make sure she's cool with the seeking. And then from there, it's probably trivial. I mean, druids, if any druid participates in Bird Eating Day, trivial seeking for a druid. Are demon magics taboo? Can I summon, not gonna say that name. I don't recommend it. Highly discourage it. These things are categorized the way they are for a reason. And don't believe any demon that says that they're woke. That's a deception. If you use ice magic, remember it takes 1 pound per 4 to 5 pounds to defrost. 1 day per 4 to 5 pounds to defrost. Yes! My god, if you've already sought your bird, if you've already gone on the seeking, and you use some kind of ice magic and you have your bird stored in the freezer, my god, put that bird in the fridge to defrost now. And it might have defrosted by the time of Bird Eating Day in a few days. Always thaw those birds if you're using ice magic. I don't have to worry about that because I'm going to be seeking a fresh one on the day. Can I deep fry a turkey? The operative word there is can. If you're wondering, may I? Yes. Can you? Probably not. Cannot recommend it. If you want to really fry a turkey, go watch the Good Eats episodes about fried turkey. That might teach you how to do it safely, and might also just discourage you from trying it at all because it's impeccably dangerous. But if you have Conjure hot oil, and you can just sort of baste that over, that might be a fine option because there wouldn't be any open flame. So Conjure hot oil, good option for that. I am from Romania. Do you like Romania? Sure. It's pretty good. Dracula's from there. Oh my god, the emus are coming fast. Oh crap, Maximilian Rojas. Get out of there. Hop on your circle. You gotta frickin' watch out. I didn't know you were in Australia. Or wherever else emus might be. Cello asks, does this mean, Befriendior, the demon of friendship, lied to me. Probably. I mean, he seems like a nice guy implicitly. I mean, as I talk about him, sort of a wave of trust washes over me. So, you're just gonna use your own judgment there. But you know, that could be part of the demon. Might be part of the demon. Should I use the bird and put it into the center of the earth? I don't even know what that means. Emus are coming, run fast. You're saying they're coming for me? My guy, I would know if there were emus coming. I can see far and wide. I am not, as Ray Parker Jr. said, I ain't afraid of no emu. Jett, I'm a dark and light magic wizard. Should I use my magic on a bird? You can. I'm not going to say you can't. I don't know how you're going to kill a bird with light. Unless you are sort of the Death Note kind of wielding light. Then you would just have to learn your bird's name. Then you'd be good. I'm paying attention to the emus. If there's any emus, I'm going to spot them. Don't worry about me, Maximilian. I appreciate your concern. But I mean, if you can tell they're coming, I'd be able to tell they're coming. Am I afraid of emus? Yes, deeply. I fear emus in the same way that I fear mortality itself. Hey, Ventus Humanoid Typhoon just defeated a bird. Good job. Was it a turkey? Ventus Humanoid Typhoon, did the bird you defeat, was it a turkey? Oh, you used a light magic laser for it. That's pretty good. Or no, that you're talking to the other person who was going to use light magic. Yeah, I guess if you're able to focus into a powerful laser beam with your light magic, that would be pretty good at bird. You got a pigeon! Congratulations on the pigeon, Ventus Humanoid Typhoon. Very impressive, very impressive. All right. Someone says, is it necessary to kill the bird you will eat? I see way more fun on my cousin on the costume. I can't live, where I live, I can't find any bird that's not a trashy pigeon. Yeah. You have to seek the bird. You have to defeat the bird. You can't just find some, you know, again, the core tenets. Seek the bird, defeat the bird, eat the bird. It's got to be one thing. It's got to be the same bird. Just be careful, you know? And I mean, again, like, if you're vegan, you can participate in bird eating day. You just have to pantomime whatever parts you're not comfortable with, or you can even pantomime any parts you're not able to perform, you know, given your area. If you don't have time, I'm not going to say you don't get to celebrate, you know. It's a very important thing for wizards. So, do cockatrices count for bird eating day? Yeah. That is a tough hunt. Cockatrices can petrify you with a claw or a bite. They can turn you to stone. So you need to be exceptionally careful if you're going to go after a cockatrice. Serious prestige in the defeating of that bird. I don't know. I mean, you'd probably have to, like, remove any kind of poison lines from it. Poison veins. Whatever transmits the petrifying material through the bird. Just make sure you do it safe, you know. Prep that cockatrice like you would prep a deadly octopus or pufferfish, and you might be safe. What are the health benefits of bird eating day? Will I get bird powers? No. You get to celebrate a holiday. You know, what's the point of any holiday? The point is you seek the bird, you defeat the bird, you eat the bird, you know? that is its own reward. You get to eat a bird that you killed. You get to consume its flesh. Blood everywhere. You know, sometimes it's not about power. Hey, Elijah Gamer found a chicken! Congratulations on your seeking! You did it! Now finish it. Do what you have to do. All right, I'm gonna go. That seems I think we've reached the end of all of the questions. This was very fun. I had a grand time. Thank you all for coming along and learning about Bird Eating Day with me. Hopefully you'll all be engaging in the holiday this year. Wizards and non-wizards alike. I'm going to go down this slide, and then the stream is going to end. Have a great seeking, have a great defeating, and have a great eating. And if you're eating a turkey, remember, blobble gobble. All right. Happy seeking!